This is Cliff Pool by Kingsbury, a photograph I took the other day. So I'm going to do a quick watercolour of this. Just whizzing quickly through the materials. I've got the usual colours, ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. 3 brushes, hake, number 3 rigger, 3/4 inch flat. Sometimes use the card for scraping out the rocks and what have you. Bit of tissue in case I need it. Water jar, lip comes in handy for taking the excess water off the hake. And I got 15 by 11 Fabriano, £130 watercolour paper. So I'm going to start with the hake brush, clean water. Just give it a good soaking. I did actually want to get a bit close to the water with the photograph, but that's right in front of the bird hides. And I don't think the people in the twitchers would have took kindly to me disturbing the birds by the water's edge, so I kept my distance. Hence I was slightly further back than what I wanted to be, but never mind. So that's raw sienna, clean brush, ultramarine, very simple sky to do. Just very light there. You can see the bits around the blue are the clouds. So you sort of put the clouds in by not putting them in, so to speak. The water's about there, so I'm going to put some blue in just to reflect that. And I'm just watching for any bits of paint seeping down the page, pools that gather along the bottom. I'm just soaking them up. Might even go for clean the brush, and then alizarin crimson, Payne's grey. Maybe just have a few little clouds, greyer clouds here and there. Just very light. And then obviously the further they go into the distance, the narrower they get in the sky. Just watching that water seeping down. I'm barely touching the paper. That'll do for that. Now for the distant trees. Same colours, all the sky colours together. And then putting the horizon just underneath those clouds there. About 2/3 of the way up. Same tone all the way across. Keeping them nice and low. You don't want them great big high things that far away. And then right in front of that, haven't cleaned the brush. We've got the just a bit of grass we can see before it gets to the river bank, or lake I should say. And on that far side of the lake, just darkening it a bit now as we come even closer. Starting around here. Raw sienna, burnt umber, ultramarine then to really sort of darken it. And I'm just doing that far, more burnt umber. Just doing that bank on the far side. And what I'll try and do is don't paint over the same piece of paper more than once if you can avoid it, unless you've got a specific reason for doing so. Paper's stretched, so I'm just going to pull it tight again. Just have a bit of paint come off that clip then. Never mind. I think I'll get away with it. So once I've fixed it, back into the raw sienna, burnt umber, ultramarine. Nice strong mix now, less water. Generally, the closer you come to the foreground, the less water you use. And now starting up on this side. I'm not going to come any further forward now with that until I've done the rest. So just scraping a few. Branches, and there's a few more trees on this bank to do. Again, a few little flicks. Little flicks here and there. Just gives the impression of twigs and trunks and branches and whatnot. Remember, try and keep it subtle because it's very easy to overdo. And while I got that dark, see now that's almost dry, I can just go over it very gently and just emphasise some little bits here and there. So I've got that in. I'm going clean water, obviously making sure this was dry first, which I didn't do, but I think I've got away with it. Roughly the same colours, and just pull down. Even reflect some of those branches and twigs. That'll do. Quick dry. And then I'm just going to strengthen that far bank, just the very bottom of it where it meets the water's edge. That'll do. And then there's 2 or 3 little islands, only little ones. Just do a quick impression of those. Something like that. Don't get too bogged down in it. Next for the foreground, so there is a bit of green in the foreground, so I'll introduce a bit of lemon yellow. So it's a quick, and again now's the time to start really trying to alternate with the colours, because the last thing you want is just one colour, just one monotonous tone in this foreground, because it just makes it look a bit bland. So keep dipping in. You don't want very much water for this. the red. Just a little. And just a very gentle. Maybe a few little flicks here and there, but don't go crazy. And then maybe just a few birds. So just switch the rigger. And then maybe just sort of just flying around these trees. Another one over here. And all that's left to do then is just pop your signature in the corner. It's still a bit damp. I'm just going to give it a quick dry. That's dry now, so there's the finished painting. So if we just give it have a quick look at the photograph again, you can just see how I've got the sort of the main elements in the right place, and then just try to keep varying that foreground to stop it from being boring. Hope you like that. Keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.